Hi, it's Grim IGO with Luxury Gaming, and today we are covering the LCS 12, which had 252 players. We are here with Oliver Newton. He top 16 the event, piloting Zoo Eldlich. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Oliver Newton. I'm from the UK. I decided to play Sue Eldlich. It's a deck I play in real life. I played it for a while, and anyone that knows me well knows I'm a control player, so I'm really comfortable with these kind of decks.
Do you have any shoutouts before we start up?
Yeah, I've got a shout out to my Team Frozen Card Gaming, especially Ivan Cuck, who helped me out with some decision making because I was still like before the event. I was still looking at my list. I wasn't sure what to do, and he helped me suggest to make some changes and that, and it worked out really well.
All right, well, let's jump right into it.
Yeah, so obviously I play. Yeah, my bad. Play two Golden Lord, which is obviously standard. Don't play three. Like, don't want to be bricking. Then the five Zoodiacs, one Blade, one Whiptail, one Bunny, and two Ram Ram. Since before Prosperity came out, you could get away with playing two Blade, but obviously because they conflict, you don't want to play a second one. But it's also nice to have that option to discard one, draw one, and it's got high attack. And then I decided to play two Ram Ram. I was playing one Rat, but I did not just want to instant lose to Gamma, so I decided to not play it. And sometimes that 2000 defense can be pretty nice. And then now into the hand traps. So I played three Phantasmo, three Nibiru, three Ash, and two Skullmeister. So I'd say obviously Ash is very standard. Phantasme is seeing a lot more play this format, like Prank Kids, Dragon Link. Um, it's decent against stuff like Dino, because they normally just go for Link Creepo, Secure Guard now plays. You can get off Shadow, but I do usually side it out against it. Then the Beru, obviously Dragon Link is the get like a lot more popular now. There's Prank Kids and oh yeah,
Got you.
can't think right now.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
And
So
then
moving on to the rest of the spells and then traps.
yeah, so triple pot card's great. It's one of those like when it first came out, I thought, nah, I don't think it's going to work out in this deck. But it was one of those things where you had to test it, and then you'll see for yourself that it does actually work, and it's like really good. Like obviously for consistency and like mid game, obviously a lot of the time it don't matter. Like banishing like more some zoo cards to get what you need. Well, it depends on the situation really, but usually it don't matter. And then I play three Cosmic. I feel like a lot of decks will have some sort of back row, and it even works out against Dragon Link, like even when going second, because you just hit their tidy in. But if you go first, it's actually good against that deck because you can just hit their Ravine or their Field Spell or World Exit Guard Dragon, and throughout the tournament it has worked out really well in the main deck. And yeah, now obviously I play one Barrage and three Tenki, which is standard, and then three Eldland, which is standard as well. Then the traps are just the 9 Eld traps, which is pretty much standard.
Got you. Do you want to go into the side or extra deck?
I'll go through the extra deck. So played two Zeus. I've seen like a few lists play one, I guess you can get away with it, but I wouldn't do it. You do go, like, you don't often go into two, but it's good to have that backup plan, like mid-late game sometimes. And then I play the one plays, which I do go into like quite frequently. I would not cut it out. And then obviously play the 8 standard Zoodiacs, Dryden, one Hammer Kong, and then 2 Chak, 2 Tiger, and 2 Borbo. Don't play more, don't play less. I think the 8 zoos are the correct number. And then play the 1 link spider, so you can just like link off your traps, so you can use it. I don't think I actually went into it once. But the problem with in this format, Phantasme is obviously becoming a lot popular in the main deck. So like game 1, I would try to avoid using Link Spider. Like I usually banish it off pot game 1 a lot of the time now, because obviously overall Phantasme isn't great against us because we don't constantly link summon, but you don't want to give your opponent a live card, and like a lot of the time you're fine without using it. And then Nightmare Phoenix, which is obviously a standard link, like the most standard link too. Having that option to pop it back row is good, especially stuff like prank kids are like mainly Tikaboo, and or you face your deck like Guru, which are, and yeah, and then Vampire Sucker. That card's really good. Like just summon a monster from any just random weak monster from your opponent's graveyard, so you can draw a card. In your opponent's turn, you could go Sanguine, summon Golden Lord from your graveyard to draw another card. So that card is really good. And then so everything up to then, so that's 14 cards in the extra that I would keep. The last one is Omega. I'd say that's the only flex spot in this deck personally. Well, for me anyway. I didn't summon Omega, but it did kind of come in because I faced a Shadow player playing Maximus, so I was baiting out their Schism, and obviously because I'm returning Omega to the extra deck, it's another pot target, so I don't end up having less of an extra deck due to pot and Maximus. I think that's the whole extra deck, right?
Yep, and then side deck.
So 1 painful tops, like one of the most generic cards for going second against nearly pretty much everything. Then deciding the 3rd Skullmeister, 2 Lancia. That's the one thing I think I'm going to cut out, because I've got Drolls in the side deck. Lancia is only really good against Dinos, which I've already got Droll for, as I've mentioned. Dogmatic Invoked, which isn't that popular, and then Bird Up, which I've already got plenty for, so I don't think it's needed and necessary. I've only used it once. Well, not in the normal way, as in I was against Virtual World and I tribute Golden Lord to summon it and then revived it to attack the game. But I find against Virtual World, you're just better off weakening them instead of shutting them off for a turn with Lancia. So it's just, I just think there's better options. And yeah, as I said, there's free Droll, which did work out really well, especially like against Dragon Link with Phantasmo. You just like draw 2, then like when they summon their Striker Dragon, then you just discard it because they added obviously their boost sector. So you fix your hand and then you stop them for the turn, which is like pretty insane. And then obviously I played 1 Harpy Feather Duster, which is obviously standard, pretty much. play 3 Dark Ruler no more. I only got this card. I only used this card once, and for, like this is also another funny situation. Like the only time I used it was to put an access code talker back to its original attack, and it did. It did help me a lot in that scenario, but that's literally the only time I used it, and this was round 3 against Tritron, and then I played 3 Mistake in the West. If your deck can side it, then I would 100% side it. It's legit like the best going first side deck card in this format, in my opinion, because a lot of decks search, and obviously it's also good. Like when your opponent plays like a blowout card or hits it with Cosmic Cyclone, then you could just chain it, then shut them off for the turn. Or obviously, if they don't have a blowout or don't destroy it one way or another, then you can just chain it to when they try to search, and then they've lost a card, and then they are shut down for the turn, or they can't do as much. And then Imperial Order, like the most generic card, going first.
Got you. So a few things before we wrap it up. What was your reasoning for picking this deck for the event?
So I play Zoodiac in real life. I'm a control player, so I'm really comfortable with these kind of decks. And I guess if I wanted to, I could play control, but I just don't have the motivation to test that.
Yeah, definitely. And then for countering the format, what was your preparation / tech cards you utilized to help you top the event?
Sorry, I didn't hear it. Say that one more time.
What was your preparation / tech cards you used to help assist top the event?
So basically, just before the event, like I wasn't confident. I was really looking at my list. I didn't know what to do. Then a team member came and was helping me. Like originally, I wasn't playing Droll because I thought because I played a control deck, I just thought to myself, like it's a bit of a similar situation from when I played Old Skies. I thought I don't want to play a card that just ends their turn and doesn't get rid of a card, because it ain't great because you can't capitalise the ball. But then obviously I was wrong there, because obviously Zoom they can just go to Zeus and
Yeah, definitely. And
it turned out it worked out really well.
Yeah, that's good. And then for the tournament, what was the most popular decks you played against in the event?
So obviously round 1, I think the only deck I faced more than once was Dragon Link. Yeah, I faced 2 Dragon Link because I got a round 1 and 2 bye because I came top 2 at a LCS VIP. I lost round 1 at the VIP to Gabriel Nets, then I won all out to the finals, which we split, which was nice. So obviously I got the 2-3 wins.
Yeah, definitely. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the tournament or deck itself before we wrap it up?
So like I said, I'll probably take out Lance here. One card I was kind of missing was Ghost Spell. Because I think I didn't see any lists main or siding it. I think the card's a bit underrated. I was before the tournament, I was deciding whether to play Bell or Meister. I was in a bit of a rush, and then I decided to play Meister because I thought to myself, I don't because of Dinos and Bird Up, which Bell doesn't do anything against, and then because I already had 9 main decks hand traps good against Dragon Link, I just thought, yeah, I'll just stick with Meister because against Dragon Link, I'd say Bell is a bit better, but Meister does have its moments against Dragon Link as well. So I thought that was fine the way it is. But maybe I think the changes I'll do was obviously take out Lance here and I'll either side the bells or I moved the Skullmeisters to the side and then main deck 2 bell. Skullmeister worked out really, really well for the tournament. Even against the second Dragon League player I faced, I dropped he didn't have a great hand, but he ended up I went Phantasme, draw 2. I didn't draw any hand traps, but like I said, he didn't draw that great. He ended up with Spears, and then my top deck was Skullmeister, so obviously he didn't get a summon, and that helped me a lot in that game. But still, obviously, against Dragon League, I would still side it out, but it does have its moments.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, yeah, thank you so much, man, and congrats on your top.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Shout out to luxury sponsors, MetaMat, Imperial, and YGO Daily. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one.